Hi, John. How are you doing today?
Hello, Emma. I'm doing really well, thank you. I was just looking at some old holiday photos.
Oh, lovely. Where did you go on your last holiday?
I went to a beautiful small town. I stayed in a very nice hotel. It was so relaxing.
A hotel? That sounds wonderful. It reminds me of the first moment you arrive, when you check in.
Yes, that moment. It's so important to know what to say, isn't it? Especially if you need to ask for something like a quiet room or the Wi-Fi password.
Absolutely. Or maybe you need an extra pillow, or you want to know about breakfast time. These are all things we need to ask politely.
That's a great idea, Emma. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today on the podcast.
Yes, today we're going to focus on checking into a hotel. We'll learn how to ask about services, make requests, and make polite inquiries. It's perfect for your next trip.
So, welcome everyone to the English Speaking School podcast. We're so happy you're joining us to learn English.
Let's begin.
Yes, it's going to be a very useful episode today.
It really is. And before we dive into all those helpful phrases, we have a quick message for you.
That's right. If you like what you hear today, please hit the like button.
And if you want to learn more English with us, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot.
Don't forget to share this episode with your friends who are also learning English. Spread the word.
Yes, sharing helps our podcast grow. Thank you for your support.
Okay, so thank you again for all your support with the podcast. Now, let's get back to our main topic, Emma, checking into a hotel.
Yes, and John, this topic is super important for English learners. Think about it. When you travel to another country, you'll probably stay in a hotel.
Absolutely. You can't avoid it.
And you need to talk to the hotel staff. You need to ask questions, right? Like, what time is breakfast? Or where is my room?
Exactly. It's a real-life situation where you must use your English. It's not just about saying hello and goodbye.
Knowing these phrases helps you feel confident. It makes your trip much smoother and more enjoyable. You won't feel lost or unsure.
That's a great point, Emma. And it's often the first big conversation you have in English when you arrive somewhere new. So it really sets the tone.
Absolutely. I remember one time I was at a hotel and I had a problem with my key card. It didn't work. I needed help, but I felt a bit unsure how to explain it clearly in English. It made me a little stressed.
Oh, I know that feeling. It's not nice to feel unsure when you just want to get into your room and relax. That's a perfect example of why these phrases are so important. Exactly. So, to help you avoid those moments and feel really good, we're going to start giving you some useful tools today.
Yes, we've talked about why it's important. Now let's talk about how. How do we actually do this? How do we speak at a hotel?
That's right. And to begin, we're going to listen to a very short conversation. It's a simple example of checking into a hotel.
Listen carefully for the key phrases. You can even try to repeat them after you hear them. This is your first practice.
That's right, Emma. Listening is great for understanding and remembering the phrases.
Yes, it's the first step.
But then, to really get comfortable, you need to speak these phrases yourself. So, after you listen to our example, we have another idea for practice.
Oh, what's that, John?
You can try role-playing. Find a friend, or even just speak to yourself in the mirror. You can pretend you're checking in at the hotel. One person can be the guest, and the other can be the hotel staff.
That's a fantastic idea. It's different from just listening because now you're really using the words and making your own requests. It helps you feel more confident for the real situation.
It really does. And that confidence is so important for travelers. But Emma, some of our listeners might be thinking, what if I'm a bit shy? Or what if I forget the words when I'm at the hotel?
That's a really good question, John. It's totally normal to feel a bit nervous. My advice? Keep it simple. You don't need long, perfect sentences.
Simple. Yes. Like what?
You can even write down a few key phrases on a small piece of paper, just the words you know you'll need, like "my name is," or "Wi-Fi password, please," or "breakfast time."
That's smart. A little cheat sheet can really help when you're feeling shy. And remember, the hotel staff are there to help you.
Exactly. They speak to many different people every day. Just try your best. Even if you use simple words, they will understand. And that's what matters.
It really does, Emma. And speaking of trying our best in simple words, maybe we can show our listeners a quick example right now.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea, John. A little role play for everyone. Who wants to be the guest and who's the hotel staff?
I can be the guest checking in. You can be the friendly hotel receptionist, Emma.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm at the front desk, smiling. You've just arrived.
All right, here I go. Hello, I have a reservation. My name is John Smith.
Hello, Mr. Smith. Welcome to our hotel. Let me just check that for you. Ah, yes, here it is. Can I have your passport, please?
Sure, here you go. Thank you. I have a quick question. What time is breakfast in the morning?
Breakfast is from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., sir. It's on the first floor.
Great, thank you. And one more thing. Could I please have the Wi-Fi password?
Of course. The password is Welcome 2024. It's also on your key card sleeve. Here is your room key, Mr. Smith. Room 305.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your stay.
See? That was simple and easy. I asked about breakfast and the Wi-Fi. No long sentences, just clear questions.
Exactly. And you were polite, John, which is so important. Using please and thank you always helps.
Yes, politeness goes a long way. And listeners, did you notice a few other simple phrases we used there?
Absolutely. For example, when John said, I have a reservation, my name is John Smith. This is a very common and clear way to start.
Right. You don't need a long story. Just, I have a reservation is enough to tell the receptionist why you were there.
And then when you asked about breakfast, you said, what time is breakfast? So direct and easy to understand.
Yes, just like that. And for the Wi-Fi, I said, could I please have the Wi-Fi password?
Ah, could I please have? This is a super useful phrase for making requests. It's very polite and works for many situations, like could I please have an extra towel? Or could I please have a map?
Exactly. You can use could I please have for almost anything you need to ask for in a hotel. It's a great one to remember.
So, what can our listeners take away from this example? First, keep your sentences short and clear. Second, always use please and thank you to be polite.
And third, remember key phrases like I have a reservation and what time is and could I please have. These will help you a lot.
That's a great summary, John. These tips will really help our listeners feel more prepared for their next hotel stay.
I hope so. And before we finish today's episode, Emma, do you have one final quick tip for our listeners? Something easy they can apply to their English practice right now.
Oh, I do. My final tip is this. Use the English you learn immediately. Don't wait.
That's an interesting one. What do you mean by immediately?
Well, for example, after this podcast, when you hear a useful phrase like, could I please have, try to say it out loud a few times, or imagine a situation and say the whole sentence.
Ah, so like a mini practice moment. Like, could I please have a cup of coffee, even if you're just at home alone?
Exactly. Don't just listen and understand. Say the words. Use your mouth.
It helps your brain remember them and makes you feel more comfortable for the real situation.
That's brilliant, Emma. It's like exercising a muscle, isn't it? The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Yes, exactly. So don't be shy, listeners. Speak the English you learn, even to yourself. Okay, John, what a useful episode today. We talked all about checking into a hotel.
Yes, it was. We learned how important it is to use simple English and to be polite.
Right. With phrases like, could I please have, and what time is breakfast, you'll feel much more confident.
That's right. And practicing these words helps you a lot. Don't be afraid to speak.
Learning these simple phrases can make your trips so much easier. You'll feel good and enjoy your stay.
We hope you found today's tips helpful and that you'll use them on your next holiday.
Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. Keep practicing your English.
Yes, thank you for listening. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye.